10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, it's not gonna work with that kind of.
Transaction completed.
Live at CNT.
DLE, what up? If you knew how hard it is to live without.
Yeah. What up? How y'all doing? It's quite a one big deal.
It's your boy OG Just.
And it's Miss E, baby.
And it's us, it's we.
It's DLE.
Yeah. So, before we start, I want to make sure that I let you guys know I got my young nephew here with me today.
Hey,
Young
what's
bull
going on?
What's going on? It's your boy Winnie P. You already know.
all right
see,
then, Winnie
You're a little
P.
advanced, Winnie
He came ready.
He sound like
P.
he did that
He
before.
did that once or twice before, you know. So here's the deal. What we doing today? What we gonna talk about today? We gonna talk about Mommy Did It. It's one of our topics. All right, we just gonna breeze through and see what you guys might feel about, this topic today. I felt like this was something that we should talk about. We don't allow, here's the deal. So there's a story going on right now with Lil Baby, right? His baby mother, Aisha, I think her name is, basically seen him, purchase hold on, that shouldn't be happening, but seen him purchase a Birkin bag for 20 grand. So what ended up happening is she got online and basically stated that he's not, he could have been paying her son's school tuition. In response, little baby is who we talking about. In response, little baby basically said, look, you living in the $300,000 house that I paid for. I paid your card payments. I paid your sister's rent. I told you I didn't want him going to that school due to COVID. And at this point, it's just a matter of, it looked like, and I can't, we don't know because we all outside looking in. We don't know if he's the one lying, she's lying. All we know is at this point, it looks like Mommy is doing her best. The father isn't, right?
Lies.
He's just out here having a good time, buying Birkin bags and everything. So then when he steps out, it looks like, okay, she's lying, yada, yada, yada. But what we normally do as kids, right, is I've noticed, I've had plenty of times where I've done this to my moms, where, if I wanted something, as a single parent, my mom at the time is a single parent of two kids, me and my sister, my older sister. I know that I used to ask her for certain, I used to, hey mom, can I get something, right? And I can't get it. I get mad with her. I get hot with her, you know what I mean? I start catching attitudes. I was spoiled, maybe. I don't know. But when it came to my father I only had to see my father for a whole year, and he could send me $100 on my birthday.
And you act like that's $1 million.
Mind you, she done bust her all year long going through it. I seen her struggling, right?
Keeping self roof over your head.
Right.
Keeping food in your belly.
Right. Phone is on.
Clothes on your back.
I got the phone with the I done stretched the phone cord just to talk in another room and everything.
You're showing your age now, man.
Yeah,
Phone cord?
hey, man. Hey,
Oh,
hey.
yeah.
Was the rotary phone? When you
I was around at that time.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the rotary phone.
My
That's
grandmother
exactly
had
what
that in
that
her
is.
house.
Yeah, I had one.
So my thing is, I took advantage of the things that my mother provided for me, and I didn't really, praise her for the things that she did.
Appreciate
So
it.
that's and I appreciated it, especially when she brought those bricks of a bunch of bricks in the Somebody sold my mother a bunch of bricks. Let me just tell y'all the
You gotta
story.
clarify that because I don't know, just bricks.
Yeah.
All
You
white
see,
bricks.
And look,
All
I had took a little trip. You know how I take my trips.
Nah,
But I came back when he said bricks, and I was like, wait a minute, your mama. What?
No. So this is what happened. All right. So it's during, I believe it was my birthday. My mom went out, and this is back in East Orange, New Jersey. She went outside, and I'm thinking I ain't getting nothing. You know what I'm saying? I'm coming in the house or whatever, just chilling. My mom is not home. I used to sit in front of the TV and watch record X-Men, the cartoons, but the movies. I used to record them, and then me and my homeboys would sit there and watch them replay. Like, and I used to record over.
You really went back when you say record them. Yes.
I used to record over her stories that she would record when she go to work. So she got tired of me doing that, and she basically went out and brought me a VCR, which was the dopest thing at the time. So she brings home this VCR for my birthday. I ripped the box open, and the dude done sold her a box of bricks.
Sound like Mo Money. Remember the movie Mo Money?
Yes.
Send the blocks in.
Oh, my God.
He literally, she went on Central Ave where you could get anything you want.
Oh, my
And came
God.
home with a box of bricks. And when I tell you, my mother broke down crying.
Oh.
That just messed her all up. And
Yeah, because you done gave this man this money.
Yeah. But and I told her then, I was like, "Ma, sorry. I appreciated her, put my arm around her, but it really bothered her the whole day, because now it's not, okay, I know he good, but I need my damn money back.
That make you want to go to the room and be James Evans.
Exactly.
Damn.
VCRs was it $60 to $20 back then?
No, they were not.
It was a good grip.
It was like $200. Yeah.
But with all the things that she's done for me, there's a lot of times where the littlest thing that I couldn't get that I would have a problem with, right?
Yeah, because you spoiled.
Yeah, but now when my pops wouldn't provide something for me, or whatever,
But it's a little different though. When it comes to mothers, right? Yeah, this is what I believe, right? When it comes to mothers, that mother figure, your mother is the first person that nurtured you through your entire life. So by the time you're old enough to have your oldest memories, maybe 3-4 years old, all you remember in your brain is when mommy was there.
Yeah.
That subconsciously, that thing doesn't leave.
No.
So when I'm 18, 19, like, or better yet, when I'm 14, 15, I need something, mom is supposed to get that.
Right.
There's no other, like, dad's there. Nah, mom is supposed
And do you
to
see
be
that
there.
word that you use? Mom is supposed to get that.
I mean,
That's what you think. Yeah.
I think
I'm
a
going
lot
through
of
that
us-
now. I'm going through that now. I mean, to the point where he keeping a hold of the day that I get paid. Back in the day, everybody knew that it's every Friday.
Yeah.
Is how it used to be, but I get paid bi-weekly. So it used to mess him up because he couldn't remember exactly which Friday it was. But now it's like, hey, he asked me 2 weeks ago, when are you gonna leave that job and go get a new job? And can you get a job specifically at Popeyes so we can get some free chicken?
Right. See?
But as funny as that sounds, that's when it starts, though. It's like, mom is supposed to, it don't matter what it is, mom is supposed to provide. And I feel like a lot of people take their mothers for granted.
Oh, yeah.
Because the second mom can't do something, especially when younger, it's like, wait a minute.
Hold on, what you mean?
Why?
That ain't right.
Yeah.
I remember when I was young, I don't know if y'all remember the Super Nintendo, there was something, there was an attachment called a Super Scope.
Yeah.
I wanted the Super Scope so bad, my mother took me there.
Because you needed it, right?
I needed it. And
it.
I didn't know nothing else. My mother took me to every game. Well, it wasn't GameStops back then.
Right,
Whatever
right,
video
right.
game stores there were in New York,
right.
every single one of them until we found one. And it took 8 stores, but I was happy when we got it. But if I didn't get it, I would have been mad at my mother like it was her fault.
Yeah.
Now, did you experience times where you didn't get stuff?
Of course, because I don't think any mother gives their child every single.
I don't know.
right.
Because like
think
you
so.
see a lot of people now, like if you grew up in my time frame, and I'm looking at people who are having babies now, and even people who had babies that had money, like after I got out of school, like say for instance if they went to the NBA or football players, people who went straight from not having money to having money really quickly.
Right.
You hear them say a lot, I'm going to give my kid everything I didn't have. And I'm like, that is a huge mistake to me. That's just my opinion.
Material things don't equal love. And
Right,
certain things
right.
You can't buy time.
Nah.
Right.
You
With a
can't-
bag.
you
And
definitely
it doesn't
can't
work.
buy love with that.
My mother did that to my little brother. And he was never without clothes. He always had what was in at the time. Half the time she buy him at that time, like heel figure was a big thing.
Right.
He would go to school with brand new clothes on. And he probably have baseball practice or something. He's literally taking his shirt off, which probably cost about $70 for that one shirt, slung it to the side, and has no idea because now somebody got them a new shirt.
Right.
Because he slung it on the bleachers somewhere.
Right, and
or
don't
left
care.
it
It's
on
like
a bench.
whatever.
Right, and he literally walks home with no shirt.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he's just like, it doesn't bother him.
Yeah.
My mom's like, where's the shirt? Well, I put it on the bench, but when I went back to get it, wasn't there.
Yeah.
And he'd be expecting.
And then after
shirt.
that happened so many times, exactly.
He
After
wanted a new
so many times.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he wasn't really. He was sort of like my son. He wasn't really into fashion or whatever.
Yeah.
Not even, I mean, the shoes was fine. He might pick a pair of shoes here and there.
Yeah.
My brother was always like really, really simple. Like, I don't have to have this stuff.
Right.
You bought this stuff.
Right.
Same thing as my son. Like, why are you getting on me? You wanted me to be in a polo shirt.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't ask you to go to the mall and buy polo. So then I started thinking about it like, well, you might be right about that.
Mm-hmm.
So let's turn this thing back around and see if we can do this differently. But I don't care. Even if I went and bought a top from Walmart, I still feel the same way a little bit. Because it's like, now you're being irresponsible.
Right.
I'm not going to keep buying clothes, replace clothes that you are being irresponsible with.
Right. Well, look, let's do this, right? Before we get any deeper, I know we started a little late. It's 6:30. I want to knock out at least, let's get three songs on, because y'all know what I love. I love hip hop, right? So I know the past couple of months we kind of been dangling around with the music, you know. A lot of people are sending their music in, but it's not clean, and I cannot play it here unclean. We need it edited.
Just send a clean version.
Send a clean
Always
version.
make a clean version.
Yeah.
You can't go wrong.
Ain't no way that y'all can go in them studios and come out with just all dirty version songs. You gotta know that if somebody pick it up and want to play it on the radio station, it should be ready and prepared. So
before you guys send that music, just look to yourself and say, did I keep it Jesus?
That's it. That's it.
Definitely.
That's right. Get saved and then print it out clean.
Song,
yes.
Would he be upset with me?
Word.
And if so, then send us the clean.
And I can tell you, he's gonna be upset with you.
Word.
He's gonna be upset.
And you gonna get your BDS spins here, right? Just so y'all know. I'm into the whole ASCAP, BMI, and all that other stuff. I know about it. All right, you're publishing all that stuff. You want to get it right, man. All right, because we're running it off of Live 365, and you will be counted in, all right, to the sound scan. But listen, this is what I want y'all to do. Everybody that's looking or watching, and if you tuning in a little late, like we jumped on a little late, you can call us at 470-412-0917. That's 470-412-0917 to talk to the team up here at DLE Radio.
That's right. Come through.
We talking about Mommy Did It, all right? That's the subject. Mommy Did It, all right? And another thing, just for anybody, you know what? We'll get back into that. So yeah, let's go to the first song. We're gonna rock like 3 real quick. Let's get 3 out of the way. We come back, all right? True. We'll be right back.
God, I didn't.
Episode, got a shit, give me grip, got a shit, give me grip, got a shit, give me grip, got a stench, follow tips, blue tips from the jail, blue strips, all in here, counting, money designer all on me, don't win GS on my homie, hey when the blunt be rolling, I'ma charging these niggas a fee, make a couple thousand in a week, got the money I counted on me, all the end of that dollar on me, in the Chevy I was driving on E, now I drop a couple hundred on the key, on the snakes on the belt Gucci, and all these bitches ass loving on me, Frank's in the back, throw it on me, ain't standing on that coochie, baby girl don't ask for me, we shaving them out, I'm going and count, do it for the love of money, got a shit, give me grip, got a shit, give me strip, got a shit, give me strip, got the stench, follow tips, blue tips from the jail, blue strips, all in here, counting,
shit, give me grip, need a bag, don't need no lip. Count the money, it's out the bag, handful to get you hit. I stand tall on my 10, I run it up and get it lit. They fall in love with the money, they love it and they spend. Cause they want it again, that's gon' go and get it. Run them digits, ain't afraid to run the rest and go and get it. That's the mission, I'm on the run. Smoking on that gas, I'm about to ride into the sun. Swerve out and I'm cause we just stuntin' just for fun. Gotta love for spending cash, I know I ain't the only one. But I still gotta dip that go and pick up checks and take it out.
Give me grip, got a shit, give me strip, got a shit, give me grip, got a shit, give me strip, got a shit, give me grip, got a shit, give me strip, got a shit, give me strip, got the stench, follow tips, blue tips from the jail, blue
Armo made that shit wavy.
See, I done been through things that you cannot imagine. That's why I'm tryna call my mom's a mansion. Wake up out my dreams and I get now niggas phantoms. I look up in the sky, need some answers, and all I ask is, mama, would you pray for me? And all I ask is, mama, would you pray for me? Oh, damn, life passes like an hourglass, and everything that feels good just doesn't seem to last. Because I still remain that same dude. Stay on my P's and Q's and never play no damn fool. Wish I could bring all of my O's from the past, so I could smile in their face and tell them kids I'm still alive. And it ain't funny how them chicks switch. They faded you when you was broken down their own day. Remember them days I was around there trying to get rich. Nobody cared about me and no one gave a shit. But Fox is killing me to know you in that box. So every time I think about you, bro, them tears dry. That day I got that comb on, Lily's down. I swear to God, you can hear a pin drop. Voices talking in my head like, bro, you all I got. So like the pain lasts forever and it won't stop. Things that you cannot imagine. That's why I'm tryna call my mom's a mansion. Wake up out my dreams and I get my niggas phantoms. I look up in the sky, need some answers, and all I ask is, mama, would you pray for me? And all I ask is, mama, would you pray for me? Now first off, rest in peace, Fox G, bro, we miss you. And rest in peace, white boy, bro, we miss you. And rest in peace, now please, bro, we miss you. You made it through them pearly gates, I swear we won't forget you. So we screaming off the shooter, screaming off the shooter. If I ever get a chance to see your face, I'ma do you. Cause you took a part of us that can never be replaced. Memories run through my head, tears flowing down my face. Rage running through my body, about to catch a murder case. If I don't reach the one figures in this best, you give me space. Then I told my niggas cut the grass, slow weed out the snakes. Cause you can just ain't low, you see the scales in they face. And Fox, everything is cool, yeah, everything has been okay. But ever since you passed away, it seems like the family went astray. So I sit think to myself, it gotta be a better way. Like damn, I'm praying for a better day, Lord. Things that you cannot imagine. That's why I'm tryna call my mom's a mansion. Wake up out my dreams and I get my niggas phantoms. I look up in the sky, need some answers, and all I ask is, mama, would you pray for me? And all I ask is, mama, would you pray for me? See, I done been things that you cannot imagine. That's why I'm tryna call my mom's a mansion. Wake up out my dreams and I get my niggas phantoms. I look up in the sky, need some answers, and all I ask is, mama, would you pray?
You know what I'm saying? Feel like it's slipping away. You know what I'm saying? The pain run deep. Gotta understand the grind, the struggle, the process. But I will guarantee feel like it's slipping away. You know what I'm saying? Let go. I feel the pain run deep. They don't understand the struggle. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I feel it slipping away. Feel like it's slipping away. I swear the pain running in, they don't understand the struggle. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I feel it slipping away. Feel like I'm slipping away. Yeah. Feel like my life slipping away. Damn, I lost my granny. Damn, that shit that wasn't fair. Now I'm blowing in the air. Thinking about the past. They didn't think that I would last. Now they seeing calling me for features. Nah, nigga, we ain't equal. I just do this for my people. Had to run it up. They looking at me frowning mad cause they see them up. Life slipping away, but I'ma stay making waves and I'ma stay making plays. I'm grinding for it every day. I'm flexing on the Planet Fitness. And I'ma keep on grinding. Lord is my witness. Gotta hustle for these chips. Made a dedication to my family. I can't stop grinding on the block. Came from nothing, now I'm about I feel the pain running in. They don't understand the struggle. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I feel it slipping away. Feel like it's slipping away. Yeah. I swear the pain running in. They don't understand the struggle. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I feel it slipping away. Feel like I'm slipping away. Yeah. Feel like if I could change my past, man, I
I could. They say I'm different, man, I'm misunderstood. Came a long way when I was grinding in the hood. Just a bunch of young kids, we were grinding in the hood. Had to do it for the fam, dedicated, so I stayed on my vision. Perfecting my craft, and now I'm in my bag. Nigga, I was born to last, so I stay meshing the gas. They steady trying to steal my flavor, but I stay away from haters. I'm staying humble, man, I'm one of the greats. I never been fake. I gotta put food all on my kids' plate. Steady grinding on the daily, I can't make no mistake. Feel like I'm slipping away, I feel it slipping away. I feel the pain right there, they don't understand the struggle. Yeah. I feel it slipping away. Feel like it's slipping away. Yeah. I swear the pain right there, they don't understand the struggle. Yeah. I feel it slipping away. Feel like I'm slipping away.
Oh, it's not gonna work with that kind of
transaction completed.
Live at CNT.
DLE, what up? If you knew how hard it is to live without.
Yeah. What up? I almost started. You heard me? I was getting ready to start. Yo, what up? The squad of one big deal. I got my homie OG Just over there. And I got the missus of the show.
That's right. It's Miss E, baby.
Yes, man. And then I got my little nephew, Winnie
P, baby.
There you go. I was waiting for you to jump in, P. So yeah, it's us, it's we. It's DLE. Yo, that last track. That was See the Great Slipping Away. All right. Then we got the track before that was Bam Baby with Mom's a Mansion. Then the first track that y'all heard was Episode Grip. Right?
Hey.
All clean joints, they all dope. I like them. These are artists that we normally have on the show. I gotta support my peoples because I know when there's music out there that can be heard but it's not being heard.
That's that music that make me think I can dance.
Yeah. But we still got a lot of other joints. We got a lot of joints, yo, that we have played in the past that still they're not out yet. You know what I mean? But they're only not the background behind that is just the connections, and that's why I try to tell you artists like, what we doing here is we trying to create an avenue for you guys. All right, send your music in so we can play it. But send your music in with the clean versions. You know what I mean? So we can play it. Now, before we go any further, anybody, y'all need something cleaned up. Y'all need t-shirts, hats with printing on it. Yo, hit the print factory and manufacturer up. Yo, they do custom t-shirts, uniforms, whatever. Silk screen printing, heat transfers, numbered jerseys, uniform, truck letterings, banners, and signs, vinyl printing, all that stuff, yo.
All that.
You know what I mean? Hit them up, yo. Check this out, right? If you need, call them. 678-271-2798. That's 678-271-2798. Or you can email them at weprintfast@gmail.com.
All right, now a little advertiser.
Yeah, man. I mean, and if you want your business advertised here on DLE Radio, go ahead, man. Like, holler at your peoples, whoever got businesses, all right? We can use them. They can use us, all right?
Yes.
Mind you, we almost up to that 3,000 active listeners. So we growing, and we really it's just people chiming in, people liking us.
It only takes one.
Yeah.
Right.
And that one can travel and tell this and that and that one.
Yeah.
Know that.
So all we need is you to go tell your peoples, tell your boss, tell whoever. If you got a homie that's into business or got his own business, tell them to holler at us. And it don't matter where they at, we can promote them. We are what would they say? We're because we're all over the place, right? So what would they say? We are I don't know why the word won't
international.
Yeah, we're international.
Yeah,
but I'm more. I'm not
nationwide.
Yeah, I'm confused what word you trying to get out. You took some good ones. I don't know.
Help me, Just.
I don't even think that was it. That wasn't
nationwide was good.
Just is drowning in the pink Moscato. Please help me.
Because Just was sleeping. Just that he whatever.
I'm looking at you.
Yeah, I know.
Look, I'm struggling.
Syndicated.
And bingo.
Bingo.
We are syndicated.
Yeah, so you guys can check us. Like, just come on, man. Like, send your businesses over. We definitely are down for the we can advertise you guys. You can get your business heard. Know more. But anyway, so before let's get into this, right? Because the last thing we left off on is just being privileged and unappreciated, unappreciative of the things that your moms do for you.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Not recognizing, but then Pop's not doing enough. Now I'm not saying in every situation, right? Because
yeah,
at the
because
same,
you go vice versa.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's the dads taking care of the children, and the mothers are not doing what they're supposed to do because they don't have them.
Yeah, and I know some good fathers. Shout out to my little brother Chess, man.
All right, Chess.
All right. So, what I would like to say is, Winnie.
Yeah.
I know that with your sister, right? Because how do you? Because at this point right now, I know your mom's passed away or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, bless your moms. But when it comes down to your sister, I know I've seen her. She's your mom.
Fierce.
Yeah. Now.
Don't play, huh?
No.
Scary.
He say scary.
Hey yo. So it's a story. I just heard a story the other day from my brother, man, and he was telling me, yo, you know, he was damn near chasing him around the house, ready to rock him. But tell us some of the things that you know you have to appreciate when it comes to your sister stepping in as your mom. You know, because I know that's a big deal. We sometimes tend to forget how much a person care about you and what they doing for you versus the fact that, you know, because here's the thing, right? And I know I asked you the question and I didn't let you answer it yet.
Yep, that's what
I know
you
I
did.
did that.
Oh, that's
and I gotta let them. You answer that first, and then I'm gonna go into something else.
A lot of things, like I could have ended up in foster care,
right?
And so that's something like, yo, she took me in and she didn't have to, and she doesn't have kids of her own.
Right.
How old is your sister?
It's 31.
Okay.
Right, yeah. Right. So it put forth a lot of effort and love for her to take care of me when she didn't have to. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's a lot of stuff that, you know, at the end of the day, I may forget to acknowledge, but I still have to acknowledge the fact that, yo, she didn't have to, yet she did.
Right.
So that's...
Yeah. Now, mind you,
with that thinking right there, a lot of people, they don't think about that, and that's actually dope to think about that.
Right. They don't think about that. Like, they just feel like you're supposed to. I'm your little brother. You're supposed to.
Yeah, like you're supposed
to. That sense of entitlement is really, really good.
No, it really, I witnessed that firsthand, man. And what can happen when that's like, you can, because you're trying to help somebody out and step up and say, you know what, I'm going to play the father. I'm going to play your guardian. You know, sometimes you could lose, yo.
Yes.
Because, you know, that person, at some point, they get to that age where they start hitting you with you ain't my father.
Being ungrateful. Oh, yes.
You ain't my dad.
Right. You don't tell me what to do.
Yeah, you know, and then at that point, it's like, okay, you know what? See, what I did was when it came to that point, I was like, you right. Before you get there, let me show you where your dad is. Sent them to him. But once, you know, I just feel like we tend to, what I was getting at before I stopped you from answering, or interrupting you from answering. Quite a one big deal, aka Kanye.
Campaigning Kanye.
Let you finish, but hold up.
Word. But what I was thinking is, for some apparent reason, we have this thing when it comes to our mothers, man, where we blame them for everything.
I think the main reason for that, and Mr. E, correct me if I'm wrong, this is what I think. I feel like when you talk about that comparison with moms versus dads, right?
Right.
I feel like moms kind of feed more into the wants, where dads kind of worry more about the needs. And I think that's kind of where that entitlement for mom is supposed to always be there. Dad don't really care if you get everything you want, but dad's gonna make sure you got something to eat. Dad's gonna make sure you have shoes on your feet, opposed to mom's gonna make sure you get those Jordans that you wanted, or maybe those sneakers that you wanted.
I'm kind of like,
at least that's how it was for me at my upbringing.
I think about the needs. I do think about the needs first.
How much do the wants weigh versus the needs? Like, if your son wants these new foam posits, those are my favorite sneakers. By the way,
he wants a lot. Yeah,
size 12.
Really?
But if your son,
he wants a lot.
That's a whole other conversation.
Yeah, he wants wants a lot, like on a daily basis. So I just ignore the hell out of him.
You ignore the wants.
Right. When he does speak to his pappy, all those little broken promises.
Right.
You know, he started out with I can tell you now, I'm not going to be buying the video games and the toys and stuff like that. I don't want to be bothered with that. I'm not doing it. Right. I'll do the shoes and the clothes. Well, all that sounded real good in the beginning, you know, when it happened somewhat, like the first 2 years of his life. And then after that, up into the present, when she's 13 now, nothing much has happened.
You know, I want to.
So, go ahead.
Kanye, all right?
Come on, Kanye. Come on, Kanye.
I want finish, but hold on.
Come on and campaign.
Hey, yo, my bad. Look, I want to ask, right? And I'm sorry if I all right, so look, I want to ask you,
he did already, and he ain't sorry. He ain't sorry what the damn that he intervened. He's not sorry.
So look, here's the deal. As a mom, would it bother you if after all the work and the process of you doing everything you can possibly do to make your son happy, right? Would it bother you to see your son just take into his? I'm sure, and it's a question for all the moms out there. Once again,
I already know what you're about to say.
470-412-0917, 470-412-0917. All right, please call in. Would it bother you, ladies, Miss E, if after all that you have done, the father just calls or just, hey, blah blah blah, and your son just light up like it was everything?
Well, that he doesn't. He did that. He did that 1 year, probably about. I think it's been maybe about 3 years ago. He bought him. He calls. He says, "Well, I got him some shoes and an outfit, and I put $60 inside the shoes. This is supposed to be for the birthday. Now, mind you, the shoes was supposed to happen the year prior. His birthday is in February. Okay, so let me just throw that out there.
Right.
So I knew that the day was going to come where he was going to light up, and this is, oh, look what my daddy did for me.
Right.
First of all, I just told him no about something that I wasn't, giving him the money for it or whatnot. So it couldn't have come at a better time, So when he called, we met up, went and got the stuff, came back. So I called him downstairs. I was like, here is the stuff that your daddy sent you. And he opened it up and he saw the shoes. He was like, oh, these cool. Mind you, these are the same shoes that were a pair of Kyrie's. Their shoes was dope, I can't lie. The problem is I told you, stop buying him certain shoes.
Right.
Those specifically because his foot is wide.
Right.
He has wide feet. So he's not going to be able to wear this shoe. So what you're going to do is you think about how when you saw a pair of really dope pair of shoes that you wanted really bad, and you put your and you put your and you put your
corns and everything. Tell me about it. I'm getting corns and everything.
So you just gonna be walking pigeon toes, hurting, crunched up.
Listen,
chop my toes.
Moms ain't have it like that, yo. Let a cousin have some sneakers that I never had, and my moms couldn't afford it.
What?
I'm sliding in
y'all to do better.
I'm smushing in those.
Let me say, for anybody who's listening, if you are young or even if you are not young and you are older, and somebody come by and they got a pair of custom sneaks that you know are worth a lot, and you would love to put on your feet and go out and do a little semi stunt, or maybe a lot of stunt, because ain't nobody else got these on their feet. But when you put them on, they are your size. However, they are too super tight. So I would tell you, don't do it. Put them back in the box. Here's the thing: put them back in the box and just resell them. Because
back in the
your
day,
feet. No, the thing is, I just want people to know, because I know where you're going. Your feet. You really need your feet. Think about right now, if both of your feet had to go. Once you jack up your feet, you're doomed.
You're done.
Right?
Oh, you're done. But see, back in the day, your
and that's what I don't want my son to do. I don't want him to jack up his feet.
Yeah, but see, back in the day, your grandmother or your moms had them things where you slide into your shoe and you just twist it and it'll spread and stretch your shoe.
Right, and you probably can't find one of those anywhere. No so what you would have to do is like a pair of pumps. I got a mean pair of pumps that, hey, they need to be. I need to walk the runway with those.
But keeping back on topic, because I want to get into that story.
Right. So when he got the shoes, when he got the shoes, he looked.
Yeah.
And he was just a little disappointed that, they weren't going to work out. I said, look, I don't want you wearing these shoes if they hurt your feet.
Yeah.
So the first time he was like, no, they're okay.
Yeah.
And he wore them to school. And the outfit was, you know how like when you buy a pair of Nikes that are these odd colors.
Yeah.
They always got that one or two outfits, no more than two.
That match.
That are hanging up that go with that particular shoe.
You ain't got 10.
Well, he got the black jogging pants. He got the black shirt with all those little funny colors, right? To go specifically with the shoe.
Right.
So he wore it to school. My baby came back. His poor little feet. I don't know what kind of walk that was. It was like a pigeon walking backwards. That's all I saw. Coming from the bus stop, I was like, yeah, they done kicked in now.
Oh, yeah.
So he said, I can't put these on anymore.
Oh, yeah.
And I think he tried to wear them one more time, and he ended up taking them off. He couldn't take it. So, but then when he found out that same day that he got it, that he had $60 inside the shoe. Oh my goodness. And there's money in the shoe. And then his dad was working at this restaurant, and my son loves burgers. So he got some fresh cut potatoes. Ooh. And he got all this goes with the birthday outfit and the big burger. And then, like when you have one of those like Greek delis that have the big oversized cake, so when you cut it, it's about 7 layers and a big piece of cake to go in there to go with it or whatever. Oh my goodness,
this was planned.
This right here was like this right here was like, this killed all of the birthday parties that I had went over
the
and out for
mile.
when I tried for 2 months to find a freaking cake pan that was in the shape of a freaking buffalo, because you loved Madagascar at that time when he was little, and you wanted to be the odd animal. You wanted a buffalo for your birthday cake. I had people at work looking for a freaking buffalo pan. Who's gonna find that? You could find a pan of anything, but not a buffalo. So when he got the cake, you know what happened? I got it on video. He got the cake, and I'm like, oh, look at your cake. Look at all of the animals on there. Madagascar. Look at all the animals.
Where the buffalo?
Yeah, I just don't see my buffalo.
But from a child's standpoint, that's what the mother's supposed to do.
See,
I mean, I feel like that's
it is. They do think that. They do think that.
That's what the mother's supposed to do.
They do think that.
A orangutan on my cake. Mine is supposed to make that.
But
happen.
the thing about it is,
is it
and you don't even mean to sometimes. Some kids are just spoiled. But sometimes you don't, because I remember when I did that to my grandmother, I'm like, I already know your game. You're gonna say you're not gonna get it, but I know 2 weeks from now you're gonna come on in. Wow. But I didn't think about like if she got right, or if she got up one morning
we don't see
and
that.
she didn't feel like getting up that morning. She was tired, but
and
she went on ahead and got up so she could make sure her check ended up being the same thing as normally
We blind to that. Blind to that.
Really don't even care about it, honestly.
No, you don't.
Don't
You don't give a damn.
I see.
You don't give a damn.
Are the least.
Oh,
damn
you don't
care.
give. Yeah.
You don't care.
Go to work
So
to
when you
get
get
what
to
I
Winnie's
need.
age, you start to realize like, yo, the sacrifice they made.
Even at you're how old are you when he
15.
15, about
16.
So he's mature.
When you gonna be 16?
24.
I see you looking me in my eye when you say turn 16. Like, get that
Yes,
right.
sir.
I'm August 28, man. I'm right around the corner.
Yes, sir.
Okay, look at you.
Virgo, my Virgo brother in the building.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, they ain't hitting on too
Finally,
much.
two Virgos.
Finally.
They crazy.
They're both Geminis, man.
Yeah.
That's
You
right.
know,
That's
you
right.
learn like, hey,
They need Jesus. Read the Bible.
Stop it.
Yeah.
So so here's the thing, right? I remember.
He remember.
My
Y'all hear that? He took the
member.
re off. That's what
Yeah.
I'm talking about.
I
Get
remember-
real
I
black with
remember-
We're
it.
talking a lot of old school today. Hold on,
I
I'm not.
see that.
Like,
Go ahead, go back
I'm
there.
gonna let you finish.
Go back there.
Yeah.
You talked about a cord wrapped around a phone.
Yeah.
You talked about
The rotary, the spin.
the rotary
Oh,
phone.
yeah.
You talked about the old.
I think he feel like grandfather time
But what
today.
about the
Hey,
old
man, listen.
wooden shoe stretches that you put in your shoes?
Yeah,
How do you
yeah.
remember that?
It's some stuff.
Oh, y'all don't remember that? Y'all don't remember the
Oh,
shoe
they
that your
remember.
grandmother
They
had, the
remember.
wooden joint?
If
Yeah.
you
And
if you
old.
are
must
if you
be
are
young.
80
Yeah, don't
no
make
if you
them no more.
if you are a if you are 89 1989 and before, baby,
Yeah.
you remember that.
Oh, yeah.
You remember that? Matter of fact,
I remember
if
that.
you are a 1994 95
Your grandparents.
If you are in 1995 and before, you remember a rotary phone.
Oh yeah.
Because when I graduated high school in 1993, please believe that phone was very much still what's happening.
Hey, once again, 470-412-0917. 470-412-0917. All right.
But real quick, I'm still, maybe I missed it. So when your son opened up all those gifts, were you upset about how happy he was compared to all you try to do every day of the year?
I'm gonna tell you what. I was about to go there, but I had already prepared myself for that because I knew the day would come, because I've seen other people go through that and watch them get super stressed out, and I have to watch my stress levels. So I actually kind of just laughed to myself. Now my homegirl was like, she asking me the same thing you're asking me, just like, you ain't feeling no kind of way. I said at first I did. I was, for a brief moment, I was like, as he was opening, I'm like this, like, really, little ninja, really, really, that's what you're doing. Yeah. But he quickly, he didn't linger on it though. Okay. Like when he saw it, he saw the money. The thing is he was really, to be honest, he liked the shoes. The shoes were cool. Like I said, he's not really into shoes like other kids his age would have been, right? So he was really more excited about those funds. Because he was like, take these funds.
That's Fortnite money. That's Roblox
money. Yeah, right. That's exactly what that was. Because he came across the hall that same night and said, hey, I want to cash in.
Exactly.
And for those who don't know what that means here's my $60.
Make this
I need for your $60 on your card, to put that in my wallet. You can take the 60 and just take 60 from your card. Yeah.
Fortnite outfits.
Oh yeah. Yo, Wendy.
But the question is though, about the cake. You couldn't like get a circle and then put a buffalo on it with Madagascar. You had to get the
buffalo. Let me tell you. So Aiden.
Yeah.
Okay. So you see, I don't know if you've listened to him often. Sometimes you just see them just hitting flips and moving, and it doesn't look like they really have. It doesn't seem like they're listening to what you're saying, and just you're gonna find this out. They could be all the way over in the corner. They have more sense than you think. So had I would have tried to play him with the K on it and the buffalo.
Oh yeah.
Well, what is the K for?
Oh yeah.
What happened?
What's the K? You said the K, right?
Oh, the cake.
Oh, the cake.
Buffalo on it.
Oh no,
you couldn't get like a circle and
but
then
that's
put
the
a
thing.
buffalo
Let
on
me
it.
tell you, I had grown so tired. Even the cake that I ordered, I felt it didn't have enough animals on it. So I went into the store and bought some little plastic animals. I really wanted this to look like safari stuff. Wow. I wanted this to be. I think I kind of got like into like it was my cake. Right. Yeah. I'm like, okay, I can't give him the buffalo, but I go all out. I'm gonna give him the antelope and all of the stuff here.
But see,
I'm telling you, I got the video at home.
I know your pops is still around and everything, right? How do you think your sister might feel like, you know what, I do all this for my brother?
Oh, for sure. You don't even gotta finish that. For sure. For sure. Cause it's the same way, with my mom. It's like at the end of the day, I appreciate her so much with my sister as well. But it's like I done put them through so much. It's like it's only a little shortcoming before they go over the edge.
Right.
So some days I gotta figure out, how can I back up? So they don't go over the edge. Of course.
So here's the thing with Winnie, right? When I first met Winnie, man, this is my brother's brother-in-law, and when I first met him, man, like the boy is so bright. Like, I know y'all hear him right now. 15 talking like this. Right. But he, like, first time I met him, we get in the car. What we do? First thing we started doing freestyling. Like he was, like I'm playing stuff, and I didn't know he was rapping.
Right.
He was rapping, and I started playing this beat. And he's from Tampa, Florida. Don't have a inch of Tampa in Florida in him. He sound like he from up north.
I say he sound like he from the Chi.
His
whole demeanor is the Chi.
Definitely different.
It's definitely the Chi, and that's Midwest.
Kid. Yeah,
that's what I get from him.
So I don't know if like his confidence. His confidence, I think, I don't know if would you say that come from your sister?
Oh, for sure.
I could tell.
She like when my mom passed away, I was like stuck. Like I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
Right. Losing my mind, every inch of it. And it's like she swooped in and helped me out. And it's like some days I don't appreciate that. Like he said, oh, she's supposed to do that. Like I felt like she stepped in. She's supposed to do that. But you know, some days you can't think like that, and we go blind and we don't acknowledge just the little things that can go a long way. So
yeah.
That's dope to hear, yo.
But that's the thing, though, as a sister, as any other family member that has you, that really loves you and does not have you for a check, does not have you for this or that, but has you for love.
Yeah.
They gonna remind you now.
Oh yeah.
Hey, little ninja, you're getting beyond yourself.
Oh yeah.
So that's what that is for, and it's also for. I know that she wouldn't want you as a young black man to go out in this world and think that the world owes you.
My mama told me that since I was able to understand the world.
That was a very big, healthy piece of information.
Owe you a single thing. My mama taught me when I first started, not when I first started school, but as long as I can remember, she always told me, she say, when you go out in the world, the second you step outside that door, that front door, you got 2 strikes against you. It's the fact that you black and you a male. So your first strike is gonna be your last strike.
Yep.
Always told me that.
Right.
So it's like I had to, outside of the home, at the house, I had to live by that specifically.
Right.
You do.
Yeah, man. And you know, man, because I lost my mom's at she was young, you know, still young, and I thought about it. I was like, damn, man, like, you know, my mom really went out for me. She went out there. She put it all out there to do for me, you know. And my sister, you know, and at first, when I was younger, I didn't appreciate it like I should have, you know. Not that I wasn't a brat.
Yeah.
Definitely wasn't a brat, and you know, it was like whatever.
But you don't even when kids are like that, a lot of times until someone has a conversation with them, and it's usually not the parent. And I look at you just because you can have, which she probably will be a daddy's girl.
Oh my!
And I can see you eating that all the way up.
Oh my gosh!
I can see that.
Spoiled to a certain
extent. And then I can see you with the whole she can do no wrong. But see, once she wraps you so tightly around her finger.
Oh yeah.
So by the time she gets to good 12 and 13, once she gets to middle school, I already know how to play my daddy.
What?
I already know what to say. Been there, done that. My daddy wasn't even with me every day. He was in Atlanta, I was in Florida. But when he came to visit, this finna be a piece of cake. He about to come down here because he about to try to work in that missed time. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to get in everything I want to get in while I'm spending time with him, including this party I want to go to.
Play it slick.
You see what I'm saying? And then parents always get their heart broken some kind of way. It don't have to be you doing something like super, super bad. But when you have such expectations of your children when they're good, and she going to know how to talk that talk to just, but daddy, I was just hoping daddy. Well, he going to try, what your mom say?
Oh yeah.
She keeps saying no, and she always so mean to me, and you know all right, just go get your jacket, let's go. You know. And you see how I showed you the video where she was combing? I sent him a video with this little girl. She was combing her dad's hair.
Yeah.
And she had the comb, baby, and she was like popping him like, be still, like a real little woman. And I say,
she doing what they do to her.
Right. That's what they do. They emulate what they see, and they also know when they got you here. Yeah. Everybody from it being your sister, because I know you know if there's a time, because we had a conversation. Whereas I don't really ask for much, this, that, and the other.
Oh, yes.
But there's some days where you going to break down where it's a little something you feel that you need. And those are usually things that we don't need. It's just things we want.
It's not even a need.
And you know when to go to your sister. You know how to go to your sister. And you know when not to go to your sister. Like, oh, she on rampage right now. I ain't going to ask her for nothing.
Let me go sit back down.
Right. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, just get prepared.
So you ready?
I'm ready.
Yeah.
I'm ready. Because I already know what kind of parent I'm
And then when that little boy come knock on the door that pretend like that was the wrong door.
Oh, me and Just gonna be at the door. Nah, me and Just gonna be at the door. And
we're
I'm
gonna
gonna
reenact that same scene from Bad Boys 2.
What? And you got to come over there for the prom.
Chitty chitty bang bang.
You ever made love to a man?
Yeah, word up.
I mean, I'm reenacting that
Word.
same.
I'm gonna be right
I
there
can't
with
wait,
you.
as a matter of fact.
See, I was just about to say that. I was like, just probably somewhere contemplating and waiting for that day.
Oh yeah.
So we start talking. We gonna have that talk. Listen, don't ask me for nothing.
Oh nothing.
Don't ask me for nothing.
But yeah, I would like to just because, you know, and I know every day ain't camp Mother's Day, you know, but I do want to say shout out to all the mothers out there and the sisters out there that's stepping up. Shout out to grandmothers.
Auntie. Yep.
Definitely the aunties.
You got to put them in there because they play a big part.
And don't forget about the cousins, like my cousin Charlene. Rest in peace. But shout out to y'all, man, because a lot of you ladies step up and play a part that you wasn't
meant to play.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah. Boys, boys are very protective of their mothers. Girls sometimes can't wait for you to get on somewhere because they know the mother is watching them hard. And the reason why mothers watch their girls hard because they got to think about all the things that they used to do. You see what I'm saying? If I had a daughter, I would know better than to, she's my best friend. Nah, because I swear, I was really a good girl. Yeah. Now I showed my tail at school, but I didn't let it get home. Yeah. But I thought of myself as a really good girl. And when certain times came where I felt like I was grown and I could, make the decision, and my family said, hey, when you're ready for that decision, let us know before that decision takes place.
Right.
You think I did that? I was like, man, I ain't about to stop doing what I'm doing to call them and say, I think I want to know. So that goes to show you, the kids do not tell their parents everything.
Nah, definitely.
But they expect everything from their parents.
Yeah. So, you know what I do want to know? What are you listening to, yo? Like, as far as music, what are you listening to?
My man, Lil Baby.
Okay.
I listen to J. Cole a lot.
Okay.
You know,
okay.
It inspires that, that poet in me.
Okay.
Kendrick. And
go ahead and throw that Juice WRLD in there.
WRLD.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Juice WRLD.
Absolutely.
Yeah. We actually was on that day that he passed.
We were.
Yeah,
we were.
Yeah, we came in. We did a show that day. He passed while we was here or something like that. I actually. So, do you listen to any R&B?
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah. Cause you have
like who though? There's no R&B artist. So who would you listen to?
Yeah.
One that I stuck out with most definitely, Alicia Keys.
Okay. So you feeling Alicia Keys, huh?
Well, no. Okay.
I see you lick your little lips when you said Alicia Keys. You know.
Nah,
I don't know how Swiss Beats would feel about that right now.
No, there are some new R&B artists out there. I like Mahalia.
I'm not familiar with her.
Yeah, she's from London, yo, or England.
Is she a mainstream artist?
London or England. Did I say that? Huh? She's mainstream now.
In UK or out here?
In UK, here too.
Okay,
it's just what's happening is I think a lot of the music now that's being played as far as R&B, they're not hitting the radio stations like they should, and it's not the artist's fault. It's the masses' fault because they're not catering to.
I mean the R&B world. I'm just gonna say this: the R&B world belongs. I'm sorry, but it pretty much belongs to the '90s artists and before. It belongs to them because I say that because their stuff is legendary.
You can't come back from that.
No, you can't. And it's like no matter how much you don't like them or whatever happened, their music is just still. It's the good stuff.
It's classic.
Like right now, I really like Chris Brown. Like I can listen to it. But he got hit after hit after hit. But the thing about it is when I'm 70,
right,
will I really think about Chris Brown?
Yes.
I don't think that I wouldn't. But I'm 70.
Okay.
I'm 70 and I'm not quite sure. But I know if I'm 70, I could pull
Well, I could tell you one thing. It's it's not a lot of 70-year-olds that's listening to new music. It's not a lot of 60.
No, but you know what?
what?
It actually is, because if you go into certain clubs that are for 30 and up, you got a lot of people sliding to Chris Brown that are like 60, 70 years old that are still moving, because the thing about it is they just like music.
When I think about when you say when you're 70 years old, when you be listening to Chris Brown, I would say yes, only because that's one thing I think music has the power of, right?
Yeah.
You can hear an old song and it just takes you back.
It takes you somewhere,
I could be 70 right now. I'm 35 years old, right? 34 and a half. I'll be 35.
All right. Gonna call you little baby.
Great baby. I got 3 great hairs. So if I hear a Mace song come on, I'm vibing to it. That takes me back to the mid-90s when Mace came out. Music always brings you back to it. So even still now, you listen to the oldies but goodies. When I hear like Lost Boys come on with a song, that's an oldies I remember when it came out.
You know what?
Music always takes you back.
Good music
is
good music.
That's it.
That's what it is.
It never dies.
And see, this is what
But there's just some music that if a song just sounds good and you can bob to it because it sounds good, and then you're done with it. But if you listen to a song and it takes you to another place, like you think about, like most R&B makes you think about some person. Like okay, I know if I listen to Keith Sweat, that took me back to Florida, that took me back to the 80s, and that took me back to this certain young man that I went to the dance with in the double-breasted yellow canary suit. That took me back. You see what I'm saying? So it doesn't. But
very specific.
If I listen to R. Kelly, that takes me back to the 90s. I can tell you everything that I was doing at that time.
Some people it takes them back to being peed on, but
yeah, it didn't take me there. It didn't take me there.
No, but
we got this whole kid in the building. This nigga we're talking about, see what I mean? Man. See what I mean? It might have took him there, just. It might have took him there.
Never.
You serious?
Never.
The show before last, your T-shirt was a little beige. I mean,
whoa,
round the neck area. It was a little beige.
What show did I?
So you crispy today, but that show before last, because I wasn't here the last show.
God damn, bro.
Yeah, just saying.
Look, if you need friends, where you can find them. But no, look, I think that when it comes to music, you guys are right. Good music is good music, and music can bring you back to a certain place of, members or something. But you also have artists that just drop music, and it's only good for the time being.
Right.
And by the time that we do get older, is that song gonna be the song that you go back to? Like for right now, the only song that you guys can remember from Trinidad James is "Go On My." Go.
But that's my jam. I got him on 2 playlists.
But see, I never really liked the song.
Really?
That song was fire, bro.
I never liked it.
What?
I thought it was Jerome wrong.
As a kid, like I was one of those like the only kid to figure out what is he talking about.
Yeah, I thought it was somebody mimicking Jerome wrong, but I understood where he was going from. Now these days I understood what he was doing, but there's no other. He came out with other songs, and it just didn't work.
Peep, right?
But what happens is with music, and that could be a whole nother show. But some people are victims of their own success. Success.
Oh yeah.
Matter of fact, a guy named Mims. Y'all
Mims.
no one knows the name. But
This is why I'm hot.
Exactly.
This is why I'm
He
hot.
had one song.
I just never knew his name.
That song at that time, I think that was early mid 2000s. The song came out, he took off.
Yeah.
Ringtones was selling, he took off, but he had one hot song.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can really be a victim of your own success, and it's up to
I
you.
always
Like,
think
how
most
can I make
people.
another song
I
that
always
can
think
top
most
that?
people's first album is their best album. Most times.
Nah.
Most times.
Let me tell you
Because
something.
it's that step you gotta take.
Yeah.
The thing is, that's when you're hungry.
Yeah. But like I would now even if Megan Thee Stallion comes out with a second album, right?
Shout out to Meg Thee Stallion, by the way. She's doing some legendary
Oh,
stuff.
for
I love
sure.
that woman right
I
now.
do not.
You love
I
that
do
video.
not. I do
You
not.
love that video. That's what it is.
Just you.
They did just. Hey, y'all
Just like the video.
The video, real quick, since you brought
Yeah.
out, real quick. I just think what she's doing is very, very legendary. She keeps.
What
on
is
her
she
track.
doing? What is she doing?
What's
Jess?
she doing that?
Tell me what she
I'm gonna
doing.
tell you why. If she keeps on her track, she's gonna be one of them legends out there because she's doing some legendary things.
No.
The main reason why I'm gonna say that is because She had that last song, and Beyonce jumped on the remix.
Right.
Beyonce, Jay-Z, people like that.
But
they
that's
don't get
what
on
people
everybody's
do.
song.
They
Beyonce
jump
don't
on.
have to
People
get
jump on.
nobody's
It makes
song.
sense. People jump on songs.
But look,
that
when
are
it's
popping.
hot-
Whatever
hot and
is
popping.
hot and
Drake do it
popping.
all the
That's
time.
what they jump on.
But not everybody's gonna jump on that song.
Exactly.
Like you see, okay, so maybe Lil Baby will jump on the Baby song.
But the thing about it
Jay-Z,
is,
you know what I'm saying?
right? If I got 10 people that want to jump on, I can't get all 10 on, right?
Well, absolutely not.
Okay, so with that being said, if I got Jay-Z and Beyonce want to get on the track, who you gonna pick out of the whole 10?
Well, of course,
But that's-
Jay-Z.
but that's what I'm
Okay,
saying, though.
so with
But
that
it's
being
not-
said,
Whole nother conversation.
But it's not always,
I like
you know,
it.
it's not always every, like, you know,
right?
people, like you say, Jay-Z and Beyonce,
It's not always
those
the big
are
people.
legends.
Let me
like,
right.
let me tell you, because I know we about to get out of here, right?
Yeah,
But
because
let
we
me-
could be doing this for a minute. I got
Yeah,
the baby over
but
here
let me-
shaking his knee.
Yeah,
He's
but
shaking. He ready.
Let me tell you how this used to go. You wasn't hot until Jay-Z jumped on your
You
song.
going that old stuff,
right?
See how this used to
If
go.
if Jay-Z ain't jump on your song, you wasn't hot. Then at some point it became a thing where
Which wasn't true.
if
but
Drake once your now it kind of flipped.
Yeah.
Because now if your song is hot and Drake jump on it, he stretches the life of that song.
Absolutely.
So it became a
Absolutely.
thing where it's like, okay, you know what? You would love for somebody like that to get on your track because you know what, my song is already taken off and it took 6 months to get to where it's at right now. Even though the song is about 2 years previously recorded, but now it takes 6 months from those 2 years to get popping. Here come Drake. Drake done took your song and jumped on it and made it
But
fire,
here's the
and now it's
thing.
lasting another
But
7
here's
to
the
8
thing.
months.
I would say if I was still recording, you know, Fork and Spoon was still recording, and Drake came
Hold
on
on
do
a
that.
second, winning. That was a rap group back in the day.
Yeah, we were Fork and Spoon. Yeah, dead serious.
Just
Yeah.
to put you up, yeah, Fork and Spoon.
And it's real, right? Because I proved that, right? Okay. Because they thought I was just playing. They didn't think that it was a real thing, but it was definitely a real thing.
Fork and Spoon.
Yes. So first of all, I don't even like the tone of your voice, young man, when you say fork and spoon.
I'm just, you know,
That's funny though.
Do you know? No, do you know the group Salt and Pepper,
of
or is that too ancient for you?
No.
So you do know Salt and Pepper. So when you saw Salt and Pepper, you had no problem with that, right?
Not really. I'm just
Okay, but you got a problem with fork and
No.
spoon.
Listen.
Mhm.
It's
Talk
a
to me.
question of the name. What's with the kitchen appliances?
Well, that's what we were. Look at Lil Baby and The Baby. But none of the youth
Oh, for
questions
sure. I'm
that.
questioning.
That man got up on stage in a baby diaper and y'all rocked with it by the millions. Just out there. Yeah. The baby.
Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah. He did what he had to do and he got what he got. I ain't even mad at him.
But it's like it's always a question. The question of why this name specifically. That and it's
honestly,
half the
I'm
time
gonna be
it's
honest with
good
you.
Story.
I do not remember why we came up with that. But that's what we came with.
If you made it stick,
and
that's
we
what's
had
important.
and we did that because at first it was supposed to be a joke, and then we were like,
we popping.
No, we can really freestyle. Like the other 3 rap groups that were at our school that were really serious about it, we really hung with them. And one day we had like this big, you know, thing in the hallway, and we put them to sleep. You hear me? Want to go night night? That's what we did.
Man, listen.
Here come the hater.
It is 7:22.
1 2 1 2.
Nah,
Hate
shout out
he
to
will
Fork,
do.
Shout out to Fork and Spoon. Yeah. Hey yo, listen,
Such a
man.
hater.
Just so we can travel back to this topic that we talked about. Mommy did it.
Yes, she did.
Yeah.
Yes.
I know it sound like, you know, we was pointing fingers. Mommy did it, but we was really saying mommy did it. Like she did it. You know,
did it
and
all.
not just mommy, our sisters, our cousins, our aunties,
grandma,
hell, some friends, you know.
So let me ask you this, and I know we got to wrap it up. When your mother passed, you were grown, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you ever get a chance to go back and tell her, thank you for all the things that I did not understand?
So I did, and
You
that's
didn't?
the
Okay.
thing that bothers me the most, because I do remember. I see what I'm gonna tell you, and we'll get out of here. I'm gonna tell y'all this story. And shout out to my sister Zalika Davis. Right, Zalika. one year, I must have been like 14 in East Orange. My sister and my mom's was out on Central Ave, just chilling, hanging out, whatever. And they went to the Chinese store. Normally, you can go to the Chinese store back then, take your food stamps, trade them in for dollars, right?
Right.
So some way, somehow, my sister and
Which
my
you're
mother.
not supposed to, by the way.
Hey,
don't
listen,
do that.
they don't do that no more. You can't do it no more. So yeah. So anyway, so they go into the Chinese store restaurant, and to switch out. And basically, when my sister walked in, some girls was coming out from robbing the Chinese spot.
Oh. So
she ends up getting held up by the Chinese man because she don't know what's going on. The Chinese dude just basically, auditioned her to
everybody look alike.
Yeah. So now he's holding her hostage. My mom's come in and she's beefing with him. Whatever, cops come, lock both of them up. I'm sitting at home with my nephew by myself for about a good 2-3 weeks.
Okay.
And I'm probably, like I said, I'm about 14 at this time, going on 15. So what ended up happening was I was sent to Florida. My grandmother, some way, somehow, I caught my grandmother, and she's like, yo, I've been looking for you. Like, I need you to get on the bus and the train and get to Jersey City. I get to Jersey City, and at this point, my mom and my sister is still locked up.
Okay.
So wait. Question. I'm gonna cut you off and let you finish. Your mom's was locked up for 2 weeks?
No, probably like 2-3 weeks. I guess bail in court or whatever at that time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, and plus they got to figure out what took place or whatever.
Yeah.
So at this moment, I go to my grandmother's house with my nephew. I was taking care of my nephew at the time. So we get to Jersey City, and it took about 2 days. I spoke to now normally I go to Florida. I go to Tampa, Florida for the summer.
Right.
And then I'm back home, for school to start or whatever. And that was the thing. I was like, summertime come. I was cool with going for the summer. I'm coming back home.
Right.
For school, gotta get back out there.
Yeah, but at this point, I get to Tampa because what was told to me is, hey, you going to Florida. And I was like, all right, cool. All I remember is my grandmother being on the phone with my father. All of a sudden, I'm on the plane. I'm telling my cousin and everything, I'll be back at the end of summer. School start June. School start in September.
Yes.
Not bad.
I was stuck.
Oh.
I was stuck. And like I'm watching the months go by, and because at this point I'm like, okay, I'm about tired of being around here. It's time to get back to to me. Because and it got to the point where I'm with my father at this time. My little brother is probably like 7, 8 at the time. My little sister probably like 10, 11. And I'm like, okay, I'm not okay. It's too long. I'm ready to go home.
Yeah.
I'm calling mom. I can't call her because and then when I finally got her on the phone, school was starting to get back in process in Tampa. And all of a sudden, I'm finding out that I'm getting ready to go to school in Tampa. And I'm like, what's going on?
A whole
Mom,
setup.
what's up?
You got a whole setup.
Mom's just like, she didn't even know how to explain it, but I just hear her crying on the other end. But she's crying, and I'm upset with her,
right.
Because here I am in Florida stuck, not recognizing that she was having a hard time the whole time that I was up there,
Because you want what you want.
Not only, and she was working 3 jobs. My mother, like by the time I went to school, she was already at a school. She was at my school. No, she was somewhere else. Then she ended up at. By the time I got to lunch, she was at my lunch. She was in my cafeteria serving lunch. She was. Then after that, I go home. She's at the Zanzibar or Club America.
Right.
Like she had 3 jobs back to back.
Wow.
So by the time I seen her, like I meet her at home, and she'll have all the chocolate. Like this how far she went for me, right? I get home, she got chocolate milks. She got cookies from the cafeteria, all these cookies in her pocketbook, pouring them out for me to have.
That's
why
my child want me to work at Popeyes so he can get free.
So yeah. So it was cool, but at the same time, I didn't see her much. So when I got to Florida, I was hot. I was pissed with her, not recognized. So for a whole year, I didn't even talk to my mother. A whole year. Whole year.
happens.
Yeah, I took a whole year. And what I mean by a whole year, because me and my pops got into it, for him trying to, chastise me or just organize me. And I didn't think about the fact that he was trying to do something correct. I'm used to doing my own thing. I used to stay out till 3 o'clock in the morning. Girlfriends coming over to the house to spend the night and everything, because moms was gone all the time.
Right.
So, and I was smoking weed at that time. I was 13, 14, smoking weed before any of my homeboys.
Just bad.
So it got to the point where I was so used to doing my own thing. Now I got somebody trying to tell me how I'm supposed to live, what I'm gonna do. I save up money.
Rules now.
Look, I got
additional rules.
Yeah, I get a car from saving up money from working with him, and I think I'm supposed to drive the car. He tell no, that car gonna stay right in the driveway. I paid for the car with the money he paid me. So
but you work for it.
I work for it.
That's why you can understand, because I work for this money, so it belongs to me. So why I can't utilize this car?
So I was
because you probably didn't have a license.
I didn't.
But
right. I didn't, but I wanted to drive the car. You know what I'm saying? So what ended up happening was I just me and him fell out. I ended up going into the street, staying with a couple of homeboys, and for the whole time I'm hustling and everything. I did not reach out to my mother. My mother was trying to call me, everything, for a whole year and some months. I didn't speak to her. I didn't speak to my father. Nobody. You know what I mean? I'm just out in the street. So I did not recognize how much that was hurting her. My sister used to when I find now that I'm piecing stories together because me and my sister talk, and then my son wants to hear some stories about my grandfather and stuff like that. What's happening is I'm telling the story from what I seen, and my sister tell it from her side.
What she know.
I'm like, damn, I didn't even know that. Yeah, so I feel, it's times where I'm like, damn, my mom's back. I didn't even get a chance to tell her, how much I appreciate her, and how sorry I am for giving her such a hard time. So
but one thing about it, most mothers know things even if they not say it.
Yeah.
And there's just a way.
Yeah.
Like my son could go in the room and could be dirt mad with me and say whatever. But I know, give it maybe not even the whole day. You might could get that 30 minutes.
Right.
And sometimes kids are right back under. It's just like when you get
That's
a whipping.
how it was with my mom.
Like when you get a whipping, they can beat your butt and make you go take a nap. And when you get up, you right back up under them. You like,
my mama
was
like, I don't know how you do that. Because with me, I wouldn't eat her food. She said she wouldn't eat her mama food. She wouldn't sleep in her house. She would sleep outside. Yeah, it was, man.
Yeah. Well, man, we gotta, I know as kids nobody can actually. You can't talk to your child and say, hey, you got to appreciate me more. You know what I mean? Because it just don't work that way.
No, they listen to strangers.
Yeah. So
that's what they do. They listen to strangers. They can sit down and have a whole conversation with a stranger. Now, if you want to know if the other thing made me mad, that's what kind of burns me up. But I was 31 when I had my son, so I had already seen that in my godson.
Yeah.
And his mother used to be so mad, like, how is it that you can tell him the same thing that I told him, the exact same thing, and he receives it from you much better. I'm like, that's what they do. So don't even get mad no more at this point.
Well, look, we already know Mommy did it. She damn sure
that's
went out
right.
her way
That's
and
what
took
we
care
do.
of everything,
Yep.
And we want to say for all the mothers that's out there right now that's dealing with this type of situation, and although it don't really match up with the situation with Lil Baby and his baby mother Aisha, at some point, what parents, what they got to figure out is why they putting out all their business, right, and trying to bash each other. The kid is the one that's gonna
That's what I'm saying. Stop all of that and move to the next step. There's a next step for him, and I want him to take that step.
Yeah. So look. Y'all know what it is, man. Right now it's 7:33. We went over 3 minutes, and I'd love to say thank you for checking us out. All right, we appreciate you guys. We did a whole hour and 13 minutes with y'all. You know what to do. Go to YouTube, subscribe. Go to Live 365. I got the link. I'm stay promoting.
That's right.
The
Go to
Spreaker,
Spreaker.com. Spreaker, not speaker, but Spreaker.
Yes. And if you are in town and in need of studio time, all right, please contact us. You can also look up 7 Springs Studio. If you don't know, go to the DLE Radio page and you will find 7 Springs, the number 7 Springs, like, Bed Springs Studios. Look it up if you need studio time in Georgia when you get here, all right? As long as you ain't coming with the smokes and your drinks, just come prepared, get your stuff done, and get up out of here, all right? But we definitely need, more sponsors and stuff like that, all right? Again, look, if you need your shirts printed, whatever you need, look out for. You could actually just email them. We print it fast, all right? At gmail.com, or you can call them at 678-271-2798. All right, and it's us, it's we.
It's DLE, baby.
We'll holler at y'all next week.
All right, love y'all.
Yep. All right, peace. Hey, before we go, we're going to rock this new hit, all right? It's called Peter Luger, and y'all can listen to that, and we'll be out. Peace, yeah.
Right here on DLE Radio, and right now we got the homie Hitch with his exclusive track Peter Luger right here on DLE Radio. You know where you heard it first, bruh.
I don't know what happened, Mr. Officer. Quite frankly, my son just was never the same after his sister died. I guess he just didn't feel like his life was worth living anymore.
I stole drugs out of Tommy's warehouse.
My Tommy squeezing like Tommy Egan. If I find a reason in this homie season, blowing weed in the air, they gon' find them bleeding. Beef serve a medium rare. I ain't no kind of vegan. It's codes that we live by. Peter Luger shrimp cocktails next to the ribeye. Big guy, if you don't know, then you're not a boss. Got a flaws, this a different drip. This the garlic sauce.
Move, just, bro, give it here. Now, bro, stop, bro, give it here, bro, move.
I don't know what happened, Mr. Officer. Quite frankly, my son just was never the same after his sister died. I guess he just didn't feel like his life was worth living anymore.
I stole drugs out of Tommy's warehouse.
Tommy squeezing like Tommy Egan. If I find a reason in this homie season, blowing weed in the air, they gon' find them bleeding. Beef serve a medium rare. I ain't no kind of vegan. It's codes that we live by. Peter Luger shrimp cocktails next to the ribeye. Big guy, if you don't know, then you're not a boss. Got a flaws, this a different drip. This the garlic sauce. Drawing my weapon, you know the art of war. Pussy niggas aiming at my head, but they target all. Whole list, you a whole bitch, no pics, niggas fishbowl, I'm the goldfish. On some whole shit, thought you was like Emery, but you went and told shit. Now me and you enemies, go ahead dig a hole, bitch. Lights, camera, action, nigga, you can have a whole clip. No script, I ain't no crip, no blood, never sold drugs, you ain't no thug. I'm the one that all the hoes love. When I throw slugs, wrap your body in a throw rug. That was ignorant, now I'm here to rhyme smart. Used to be a McQueen fiend, that was fine art. But I still let the 9 spark. Raise your head like a razor edge, nigga, I'm sharp.
Holy shit. Holy shit. This nigga found Hitch. Hitch was under a rock somewhere. Like, he's popping a little bit right now in the streets. Niggas is talking about that song. You telling me the niggas mad? Alright, well relay this message, nigga.
Real rap's back, I advise you not to be trying this, admire it. Now that I'm back out of retirement, turn you into ash like a fire pit. Fire clip, shit hanging out like a fire stick. We was starving on a block on some wire shit. Now I'm carving up the rock like a hieroglyph. Hard whipping like I'm car drifting, let the tire rip. Top 5, dead or alive, I'm on a higher list. Get the picture, I'm richer, you want some prior shit. God driven, this is God given, some Messiah shit. Before when I was lost, when I was banging them hammers, I was caught up in the cross. Thought I was a boss. I ain't tryna floss. Double XL mags, all up in the sauce. Time to bring it back. Shh, let me grab the torch. Double XL mag, all up in the sauce. Drippy, get your blicky shit getting sticky. Lovely women mesmerized, wanna know who is he? Lame niggas step aside, watch me get busy. Try to make it in while I was young, but I went to Whitney. 15 school, that's a mean jewel. Before the guns, we was spoon fighting when it seemed cool. Extended clips with the infrared beam, fool. We was used to hand-me-downs, we from the same gene pool.
And that was the end of it.
Oh, it's not gonna work with that kind of
transaction completed.
Live CNT.
If you knew how hard it is to live without.
If the lights up,